Hello, beautiful people. It's Lulu, and today I'm going to do your pep talk. Okay, round two. Okay, had a distraction earlier, but we are all cleared. All right. Thank you so much for your love and support. Thank you. Thank you for your likes, shares, subscribes, and comments. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you. All right. Now then, any information that you need is in the description box. You can find all my details in the description box. All right. Thank you. Now, what do you have for these beautiful people? Some of you may be in a space where it's time for you to write, right? Or maybe look over some of your writings. There's some purification that needs to go on as well. Detox, detox, detox. You may have been drawn to different types of foods, different types of cultures. There's something with different, right? That's outside of your norm that you may have been drawn to that has a lot to do with this next phase of your process, right? This says infinite supply, which is Sedna. Wise soul, which is the azalea flower. Bold, which is Freya. That did come out in the other read that I did. I'll probably post it, but, well, I'll just post it, whatever. I didn't get to finish it right because there was a huge distraction for a long time. Green Tara, start delegating. Right came out as well, but it came out with a teacher card. New idea as well. Open your heart. Past life, bright future. All right, so what's holding the most weight is delegate. And delegate has a lot to do with the Three of Pentacles, working with other people, working with your spirit team, just a collaborative force, right? So you want to keep that in mind as you move forward, but here we are. So it says infinite supply. You are supplied for all of your todays and your tomorrows. It's so important for you to remember that, have faith in that, and know that it is so, right? To start delegating in the bright future is crossing that as well. So what I'm getting with this is that whatever it is that you need help with, you can ask Green Tara if you like, or whoever that Green Tara reflects in your beliefs, okay? But would start delegating and asking for help, because all too often, I think that a lot of times we forget that we have a lot of help around us in the spiritual as well as in the physical, and it usually is as above, so below. So if you really believe that there's help there, you will find help here, right? With that delegating, it has a lot to do with that infinite supply. There is help. There is assistance, right? Whatever that means to you. It's the equivalent of if you can't make something happen, but you have to find someone who knows how to make what it is that you need to happen, then of course you would delegate that to them. You learn that from CEOs, right? CEOs let you know that they don't know how to do every little this, that, and the other, but they do know how to hire people to do those things. So with that being said, you ask for the help and then you allow the help to come. It will flow through. When and how, you never know. Just be very grateful ahead of time as well as when it happens, right? There's with this Lakshmi card, which is the bright future. If there's been any worry, stress, strife, any depression, anything that would take you away from knowing that you are divinely assisted, you want to come out of that, right? And that reminds me of the homework I just dropped in the cellar about name your demons, right? And it's not in a bad way, because sometimes when people hear that, oh, nobody want to talk about that. Well, sometimes you have to discuss it. You have to discuss that fear is one of the worst ones, because fear opens the door to so many other things. Fear opens the door to stress, worry, anxiety, giving up. Okay, so you want to be mindful of that. Then you have the wise soul here, and it says your soul carries ancient wisdom. Please embrace it as you have the knowledge to help those around you. Right? That goes, and it's in the place where that teacher card was. And in that teacher card, I was expressing that there's the teacher-student role is interchangeable, because you have to always, as long as you're on this path, right, on your path, it's important for you to continue to know when to be a student, when to be a teacher, when to be a teacher, when to be a student, which also goes with the first law of the 48 laws, which is never try to outdo the master, right? Which would be if you, for instance, if you were delegating and needing someone's help, or you needed to convey something to someone so that they could help you or provide you some type of information, you don't want to give them all of what you think it should be, but you have a question for them. You're not allowing them to be the master of what it is that they came to do and how they came to do it in the way that they are designed to do it, right? So you're going to be mindful of that. Then you have Frasier, which is being bold and unleashing your adventurous side, taking a risk, taking a leap of faith, doing something different, right? And it may also have to do with delegating. Right. Oftentimes, sometimes people come into a space where they don't understand that this is a co-creative, codependent universe. One thing doesn't work without the other. Right. And that's all the more reason to get into that loving energy and just allowing things to be what they are. Having compassion for yourself as well as others is very important as well, because with this right card coming right behind it, you want to write out your hopes, your worries, your fears. Write it all out. Let it all flow. Let it all go. Right. Allow yourself to be open and to embrace whatever it is that is to come. Embrace whatever it is that has happened. Embrace wherever you are right now. Allow it to be and allow it to flow, right? Come up with solutions for any type of issues or any issues that you may have. And that also goes along the lines of opening your heart. If you become shielded, if you found yourself in a space where you don't feel loved, or you don't feel like that you are co-creating with people because there may have been a lot of shifting or a lot of shifty energy around you or what have you, opening your heart to love will allow for you to get past that so that you can embrace and allow more of what is in alignment with your assignment to come through. Basically, move forward. It says your potential for greater love rests in opening your heart. Blockages and wounds from your past will be healed, and you'll be met with the true passion you seek. This has a lot to do with if you are in a space, because in this journey, you will learn that there are moments when you are about to cross your threshold, when you're about to take that leap of faith, which is that fool's journey, right? You move into a space. Excuse me, y'all. You move more into a space where you realize that you don't have control over certain things. Sometimes there's a space where you are supposed to move, and a space where you're supposed to pull back, be one with the one, and then move forward, right? So you may come to a space where you feel lost. You feel as though you don't know which way to go. You don't know which way is up. You feel like you are drowning in just what is. So you just allow yourself to surrender all types of control, surrender all types of strongholds. Just surrender it all over and just let it be known that I don't know what to do, but I am still open to love. I am embracing all of those beautiful things that are to come, all of the beautiful things that are within me that I have not yet to recognize, because our potential is constantly being revealed to us, right? Then you have here the new idea, crab apple flower, which is your new idea is divinely guided and is meant to be shared with others. Continue to work on it as you are on the right path. So if you are questioning if you are on the right path or not, if it's going to work, if it's going to move forward or what have you, you got to have more faith and more trust in your process as well as the divine. But overall, it's so important that you remember the beginning. When you got the idea, when you sat down to jot it down, when you sat the feeling that you felt, remember that space, right? Because it will undeniably prove to you that you are where you need to be doing what you need to be doing. Now, there's something here that may have to do with past life history, past life memories, past life information, or what have you that will be brought to your attention. It's going to be brought, and it's going to be vivid as day. Yeah, all outside. Thank you. Now then, what do you have for these beautiful people? Why my face itching now? First my nose, now my face. What do you have for these beautiful people, honey? Celebration, 3 of Cups. There's some type of reconciling of differences. There's some type of group effort. There's a lot of all-encompassing love and adoration that may be bestowed upon you. But I also feel as though this is like, when it comes to this type of energy, you being around people who celebrate you, you celebrate them. People who hold you accountable, you hold them accountable. Friendships, right? It will be reflective of the relationship that you have with yourself, if it ain't no other shit going on. Because a friendship that's worth it will be a friendship that can stand the test of time, especially when there's any type of energetic interference, if there's any type of outside influences. That's why it is so important to remember that when you have a friend, you keep that friend, okay? But what does that mean to you? That's for you to know. But with that Three of Cups, I do feel as though this will be you will move into a space where there's something that you may be attending, or some place that you may go. I feel like it's a venue, but some place that you may go that is going to bring so much joy and happiness into your life, into your space at that time, for you to remember that you are on the right track, you are on the right path. That's why it's so important to embrace those times, because sometimes they're far and few, or far and in between, depending on where you are in your process, right? What do you have for these beautiful people? It's a little dog out there barking. What do you have for these beautiful people, honey? Because what? Stress and traveling. Some of you may have some things that you are needing to do and having to get all of your ducks in a row. Again, delegating, right? Look at him. He need to delegate, don't it? That's this is the 7 and 8 of Wands, right? You may be in a space where you just going. You're motivated, you're enthusiastic, you're optimistic, you are on the right path, you feel it, you know it. And then all of a sudden, you start to have these doubts, these fears. You start to feel like it's just too much going on, too much to do. What is it that is a priority? It basically, okay, because you got to remember that anytime that you get on this journey, when you begin to move forward and you're feeling you're filled with love, you're filled with excitement, you're filled with joy, you're filled with, like, you know that there's progression here. By this being this is progression. Oh, here we go. Progression. This is a decline of progressing, because something comes in that tries to it may be just something that you have to do that comes in and tries to put you in a space of no, you're not going anywhere. You got to do this. Any type of fear, worry, anxiety, overwhelming energies, all that, just get rid of it and go ahead and write down what it is that needs to be done, how it can be done, who can help you with that, so that you can move forward, right? What information do you have for this infinite supply? I also got in that first read, right? I'll still post it, and I'll just have to let them know that they can look at this one for reiteration, kind of, sort of. But there was something about the Magician and the Four of Pentacles, right? Now, it came up as it was clarifying sorceress, right? So, of course, there could be that other thing going on. But overall, I looked at it as you honing your personal power and holding and setting firm and tight boundaries and sticking to your plan, sticking to what it is that you came to do and how you came to do it, regardless of any type of outside interferences, is going to be very important. So that also gives me that energy. There's the Tower card clarifying this infinite supply. There may have been something that was shifted. There was a huge shift. It may have had to do with your resources. It may have had to do with your anything that has to do with what you hold dearly near to you, right? It was pulled, or it appears to have been pulled away from you, but it was pulled away from you for a reason. It didn't go through for a reason. Any type of arguments, confusions, there may have even been some type of disagreements when it comes to how a house should be built, what direction you should go, how you should go. There was just like every turn that you made, there was something there to remind you of some fucked up shit that already happened. It's not for you to sit in. I'm telling you, whatever this is, it's not for you to sit in, because these are changes that are happening for your betterment. This is to build a more stabilizing force within. Whatever was taken from you is to build a more stabilizing force within, so that it will be without. Okay. What is this wise soul, honey? Page of Swords. You are only in the beginning of your journey, where you are realizing certain things. No matter how well equipped or how well versed you feel in whatever it is that you are doing, there's always more to learn. So that's why this student card, right? The Page of Swords today is the student card. You learning something that you are excited about and you just can't wait to share, but it's not time for you to share it yet. And overall, this may even be that there's some type of competitive sport or some type of endeavor that is very competitive when it comes to your wisdom. I wouldn't look at it as competition, but it may be that people are looking at you to try and outdo you, outsmart you, or what have you. You just got to continue to be bold. Don't look left or right, because let me tell you something about that distraction energy. That distraction energy will have you so caught up in how you can do this and do that, when you're supposed to stay focused, centered, what it is that you came here to do. How did you come here to do it? What other information is being revealed? What other research needs to be done? What other things do you need to write that will help you to be realized, right? Clarify this celebration card. You may even need to ask someone here about, like, you may want to do some type of Reiki, some acupuncture, take some type of retreat, or go to some type of resort to pull you back into that space of love. Surround yourself with beautiful things, beautiful people in her. But you got to know what that is, because oftentimes people who are beautiful within can reflect so much light and beautiful energy and just so much assistance with just being there, that it can have people who aren't used to that want to counter that. So instead of enjoying and embracing the beautiful thing, they want to destroy it. They want to tear it down. They want to put it in a place where it is either on the side of them or beneath them, to make them feel more at home within themselves. So be very mindful of that, especially if you are a beacon of light within your group. Okay? Clarify. Clarify this Freya card. The Eight of Swords and the Queen of Pentacles. You got to get out of this, right? This is limitations, limiting beliefs, a limited way of seeing things, doing things. There is something that is being shown to you that is very important that you go ahead and move forward with. Some of you may be going over some of your plans. Maybe you had New Year's resolutions. I don't know. But whatever it is that you are going over, it's important that you do not become overwhelmed by what it is that you see. Break it down in baby steps, because with this Eight of Swords, it's like viewing problems or situations as problems instead of viewing situations as something that can uplift you and bring you out of your comfort zone, something that can really take you into a space of removing yourself from restriction, not going against restriction to the point where you are inviting more things to be restricted of, or inviting more things that will be like a time constraint or an energy constraint or any type of constraint. It's more along the lines of allowing yourself to have clear thinking and be very open-minded. Because a lot of times the solutions that we need, or the solutions that may be required, come from different types of spaces, faces, and cases. Excuse me. Child. The little makeup I do have, I'm going to get wiped off today, ain't it? You may even be in a space where you want to help someone in need, or you're in a space where it's time for you to ask for help, right? Sometimes you may be so inexperienced and not realize it, right? That's why we don't want to be in an energy of we know everything, because don't nobody know everything. All right. Now then, what is this past life energy? And I'm finna go. Page of Cups. It's coming through. It's romantic and sweet, but overall, this is something that spikes your curiosity. This may be something from your childhood that comes into play, where it's going to reignite your passion, reignite the fire in your belly, reignite you to a space in a way that will keep you out of this self-imprisonment, or overall just keep you out of this space of doubting yourself, doubting your abilities, doubting your need for speed, or just doubting what it is that is to come with that stress card, right? This could even be that is, you realize there's some type of self-realization that is going on here as well. And you got 2 pages. So some of you may be feeling more joyous. You may be feeling more childlike and happy and just easygoing, right? That's a beautiful energy to be in, especially if you're in the space of this Tower card. Because the Towers usually take us back to a space where we're more vulnerable. But it's important for us to acknowledge those vulnerabilities, right? In order to strengthen, because you're usually stronger where your weakness is. Your strengths are your strengths, but usually you are stronger where your weaknesses are, because your weaknesses provide you so much hidden potential power. Child, what information do you have for these beautiful people, honey? The solar plexus, this is your self-confidence kicking in. It says, I trust myself fully. I will not allow fear or doubt to hold me back from doing what I am here to do. I have confidence, belief, and conviction in my abilities and goals. I welcome questioning by others, as this gives me a chance to clarify my truth, ideas, and philosophies, right? I trust in a higher power, and I'm open to new challenges with a childlike enthusiasm. I like it. Okay. Ooh. All right, we got to stop all that. Okay. Oh, no, I said I was finna go. Whatever. All right, so just keep the energy open, right? Keep your windows open. Keep make sure that you ground yourself or get outside more. You can also keep some type of, like, if you have plants, or even if you just pick up some grass, dirt, whatever. Pick up something that, and make sure that you, okay, so pick up something that is grass, dirt, or what have you, and keep it on your person to keep you grounded, keep you in the space, right? You want to talk into the land, speak into the land, speak into that energy of being grounded, whatever your affirmations are or whatever your go-tos are, to bring you back into a space where you are here and balanced spiritually and practically, right? And overall, whenever so I was going to say real quick, when you do pick up things from the land, you want to ask for permission and also say thank you as well. Thank you. In many instances, you want to leave something or give back if you are guided to, right? Like, especially when you're taking flowers and stuff like that. Excuse me. Give me one more card for this delegating. The Knight of Cups. Be very compassionate about the way that you ask for things, and also about if someone tells you no. If you ask someone to do something for you, they're going to either say yes or no, if they say anything at all. But it's very, like, before thinking or speaking, it's very important to think and speak carefully, right? Because you want to be sympathetic to others' views or sympathetic to whatever they may have going on. Because oftentimes, sometimes people will contact you or you contact them, and it's like usually you have this type of conversation, that type of conversation, or what have you. But it's important to, feel around. What is it that needs to be conveyed, right? Read the room, right? Just calling someone and telling them all the things that you need, not knowing that they may need something, or calling someone in a space where they may not be ready to receive some of the information that you have, or they just may be in a space where they're not grounded enough to listen to you fully. You're going to have compassion with that, because we do live in a day and age where people tend to it's all about them. It's all about them. It's all about them. They ain't thinking about nobody but them. So you want to be mindful of those things. All right. So I'm going to drop that other video, and it will be like, I'll say it's a part 1, then I'll do the part 2 and say this is the part 2. But overall, there was the end part of that. I guess I'll have to talk about it some other time, but I did do the homework for the seller with Name Your Demons. Naming Your Demons has much to do with, really quick, much to do with what is the issue at hand that you are battling, or that has you feeling less confident, has you in a space where you're feeling down and out, overwhelmed, anxiety filled. What is the demon? Because you want to name it, you want to say hello, and then you want to get past it. What can you do to get past it, to get away from it? Because at the end of the day, for every door that you close, there will be something that comes up that tries to find another way in, right? One of those things will try to find another way in. They're looking for another door. And the more doors that you close, because you can't close all the doors all at one time unless you just give up on life and begin to just exist. Life is not about existing. It's about being the creative creature that you came here to be. It's about being loving and compassionate. It's about growing together, right? Sometimes you can grow together, but separately. That's what we do here at the House of Oshun. So I appreciate each and every one of you. I'm going to get into some reads here briefly, and I will talk to you all much, much later.